Hello dear fans, friends and subscribers. Welcome to your daily edition of the Cricket Happening Show today. And on this Cricket Happening Show, yes, I'm going to definitely start off with a real bang here because United States of America is going to see some real cricket, and that too some real keen cricket which is going to happen. And the reason that I say that is because there are a lot of Indians in United States, and also there are a lot of United States. There are a lot of people from the West Indies too in the United States, and definitely India might outnumber them. But I think we are going to have a very keen contest at the Lauderhill in Florida, where the first of the two T20s is going to take place between India and West Indies, who are at full strength, which I'll be talking about. And the other thing that I'm going to look at on this Cricket Happening Show is the match which is coming up, the second test match which is coming up. It's also the decider, I would say, after the first test match was totally rained off. The one good news is that the weather is going to be fine for all the 5 days. So that's the first good news. And in the second match, well, whoever wins the test takes the series. This is a two-test series between New Zealand and South Africa, which is going to come up tomorrow, the second test at the Super Sport Park in Centurion. And the third match that we'll be talking about is England are taking on Pakistan in the second one-day international at the Lord's Cricket Ground, and the onus will be on Pakistan to go and level the series against England tomorrow. But first, as I said, I'm heading towards the United States. As I said, Lauderhill, Florida is going to be the one which is going to be hosting the first of the two matches that are coming up in the T20 matches. And it is going to be India, after having a test series win, are in the United States of America. It's going to be played at the Lauderhill in Florida. And as you know, as I said, it's going to be a keen contest, especially considering that there's never as a full-strength Indian team gone to the United States and played scrum cricket like this. Probably there was some matches just played, probably an India A team has gone there, and there was also a certain other side, but definitely this is going to pull the crowds a lot. The United States is going to see some real cricket, and we saw in the Caribbean Premier League that this Lauderhill in Florida was used, and it was really a good success. So India and West Indies would be raring to go there. And what a treat for all the Indian cricket fans who are settled down in the United States. They will have a glimpse of their heroes in front of their eyes, and there can't be a better picture than that. And for West Indies, well, as I said, there are also a lot of West Indians there in the United States. So that will be a clean contest where probably Indians might be outnumbering them. But what a contest it has been. I think the stadium is going to be chock-a-block, because this is T20 cricket at its best. And India, and also they know that West Indies are the World Cup T20 team which is getting on to the United States tomorrow. It's a World Cup team. They are the T20 World Cup champions, and the only difference being that Darren Sammy was the victorious captain. Darren Sammy is no longer in the West Indies eyes, and the captaincy is going to be a new captain tomorrow. It's going to be Carlos Brathwaite, who was the T20 World Cup hero with that 4 sixes that he slammed of Ben Stokes to give West Indies the T20 World Cup. So he's the new captain of the West Indies. So Carlos Brathwaite makes his debut as the West Indies captain. And looking at the West Indies team, looking powerful. Chris Gayle is back. So Chris Gayle and Johnson Charles, I think it's a very awesome combination. Johnson Charles is in some great form in the Caribbean Premier League. We saw he played some very, very good innings, and pretty aggressive at that. And then they have Andre Fletcher, who was opening with Johnson Charles, as you would remember. And Andre Fletcher is another one who also had a very good CPL. So he's another one to really watch for. So I think the West Indies batting is looking very strengthened. Marlon Samuels could be a quite different player in the T20 cricket, even though he didn't have a good series against India. Lendl Simmons, who did very well against India when India were ousted in the semi-finals of the T20 World Cup in India. And then Dwayne Bravo. Well, Dwayne Bravo, you know what a complete package he is and what he brings to the table. And then that explosive all-rounder, Andre Russell. And see the I would say, the sort of real flow of all-rounders in this West Indies team. They're looking extremely powerful, and no wonder they are the T20 World Cup champions. Andre Russell, Kieron Pollard, a big crowd puller, as you know, and Kieron Pollard might really really probably send the ball flying high into the air. A lot of times he would love to do that, and the crowd would be baying for it. Carlos Brathwaite himself, he's the captain. He would be in a bit of a pressure, no doubt about it, but also his pyrotechnics would be coming in handy. He's a good batsman too. And then they have the spin of Sunil Narine and Samuel Badri. So I think this West Indies team composition is looking extremely powerful according to me on paper. That it's all about translating that into action tomorrow at the Lauderhill in Florida in the first T20 match. And then let's have a look at the Indian team. As I said, for India, there are a lot of people. I mean, India would be raring to go. They probably would be trying to actually put it across the West Indies, as the West Indies were the ones who pushed them out of the semi-finals of the T20 World Cup at home, and also West Indies won the T20 World Cup. So India has a score to settle there, and probably if India could dismiss the West Indies, but it's not going to be easy. It's going to be an onerous task according to me, because this West Indies team according to me are looking extremely powerful in their ranks. And India, let's see India. So India, Mahendra Singh Dhoni is back as captain and the wicketkeeper, and also let me tell you, a lot of Indians there in the United States who have settled down, and as I said, they are going to have a glimpse of their heroes, no doubt about it. And what a treat it is going to be. And I'm sure Indians are the ones who are going to be under pressure. They will have a lot of crowd support, but the onus will be on them to deliver, because otherwise I'm sure this United States crowd at Lauderhill in Florida is going to be pretty disappointed. But all in all, it's going to be a great battle. As far as India are concerned, they are coming. Mahendra Singh Dhoni is going to lead the team. I mean, there's nothing to really talk about Dhoni. You know what a successful captain he has been for Indian cricket in general. And the opening will be done by Rohit Sharma, and Shikhar Dhawan will be opening the innings. Is the normal batting pair, and then Virat Kohli, that man who has $1 million prize on his wicket. KL Rahul, who has become definitely slowly cementing his place in this Indian team with all his very good knocks in the middle. Ajinkya Rahane gets an opportunity here, so that would be good to see. Ajinkya Rahane is also looking in good nick in the series against the West Indies. And the bowling, Jasprit Bumrah is back. Now watch out for Jasprit Bumrah. He's a wonderful bowler, a wonderful asset for India, no doubt about it. And Mohammad Shami is another one who's back. So Mohammad Shami was not there, as you remember, but he's back now. So I think Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Shami will form a very good combination. And then it would be probably whether it is going to be Stuart Binney, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, that is going to be seen. I would probably say under the current form, we'll go for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar if the ball is going to swing. And Ravindra Jadeja, and also whether they're going to go for two spinners or they're going to include Ravindra Jadeja, that is going to be interesting. I would say Ravindra Jadeja, because also his batting would come in handy. And then they have Ravichandran Ashwin. With West Indies, as you know, they are the T20 World Cup champions, a lot of things. So let's see what the pitch says. Well, the 10 inches of rain has fallen at Miami, I'm told. It was the wettest August month. One hopes the rain stays away. I'm sure there is some threat going on. They say there is a tropical low currently just north of Haiti, and it's nearing the Bahamas. So that is not good news according to me. Hopefully things go on tomorrow in the first T20 match, which is going to take place between India and the West Indies. As I said, and the Indians have never gone and played a major competition there. And as far as the history goes for the Lauderhill in Florida, we have only two major teams like New Zealand and West Indies actually fighting it out there. Once it was West Indies and Sri Lanka, I reckon. So certain things have happened, but definitely I think Darren Sammy is going to be missed for the West Indies. There's no doubt about that. But what a competition! What an electric atmosphere it is going to be tomorrow in Lauderhill in Florida in the first T20 match, which is coming up between the India and the West Indies. So that was the first one. Now the next one that I'm going to talk about, the next preview. So today it's all about previews actually. So let's have a preview of the test match which is coming up after the rain washed out the first test match. As I said, this is a two-test series, and there is only one way to go, and that is tomorrow. Either whichever team wins the series. Now South Africa, we saw Dale Steyn really pumped up and took 3 wickets. They reduced to 15 for 3. After that, no play was possible in the first test. But the good news, as I said, is that the rain which had followed is probably going to stay away at Super Sport Park in Centurion. The forecast says that there is not going to be any rain. The 5 days of clear weather is going to be there, and it's going to be. So the first thing is that we need they play to actually go on the whole hog, and I'm sure there's some the outfield is looking lush, it seems, and there's very good grass on the wicket, and I'm told it's going to be some beautiful days, beautiful 5 days coming up between South Africa and New Zealand at the second test match at the Supersport Park in Centurion. As far as we definitely saw the South African batting, the South Africans were restricted in the first test match, and it is going to be interesting to see the team. I don't foresee any changes coming in. It could be probably the same team that played in the Durban test. Dean Elgar, Stephen Cook, Hashim Amla, du Plessis, but definitely this time South Africa would be required to put up a big score on the board for sure. Dean Elgar, Stephen Cook, everyone has to contribute there. And as I said, the bowling was looking sharp with Dale Steyn and Vernon Philander bowling a few overs. And other than New Zealand, as far as New Zealand were concerned, one did not have a quite glimpse of them after Dale Steyn came in and caused a bit of havoc in the middle with picking up 2 wickets. Centurion strip is looking lively, I'm told, so this could be nice carry on the wicket, no doubt about it, and I think we are in for a good game of cricket. As I said, the good thing is that the rain is going to stay away for the full 5 days, so 5 beautiful days coming up in the second test match, which is coming up at the Supersport Park in Centurion. And the last preview that I'm going to do, it's going to be England versus Pakistan tomorrow. It's going to be played at the Lord's Cricket Ground, and the other day, the first one-day international was lost by Pakistan, and let's see what Pakistan will be doing at the Lord's Cricket Ground. As far as Pakistan are concerned, I'm told the pitch at Lord's is looking pretty green. There's some real grass on the pitch, so that definitely says that the pace bowling is going to be strengthened by both the teams, no doubt about it. And it's going to be some good baking hot weather, I'm told, in London, so that is also another good news. And Pakistan, well, Shahjeel Khan was a victim the other day on a pull shot. Now that is something that he needs to know, that Ireland was a different strength altogether, and England are a much better team than that very good quality team, and Shahjeel Khan will have his task cut out there, according to me. Azhar Ali was the one who actually held the innings together, so he would love to go in the same vein. Mohammad Hafiz, I'm sure the eyes are going to be on Mohammad Hafiz. Mohammad Hafiz has been really struggling big time on this England tour, and he has been persisted with just because of his experience. And Mohammad Hafiz is another one who would be very eagerly looking forward to a good innings tomorrow, and good luck to Mohammad Hafiz. Babar Azam looked impressive the other day. Shoaib Malik, Sarfraz Ahmed, everyone did a good job. Mohammad Nawaz has already shown he's got a maiden 50 under his belt against Ireland, so he's also another one to watch out for. Looks good. The bowling is the one which is going to be very strong. Wahab Riaz, as you know, he can certainly turn up the pace up a notch in no time. And then Umar Gul will also have an opportunity, but Umar Gul was not looking, even though he took a wicket, he was not looking so sharp, according to me. Probably, just coming back, probably taking his time to really settle down. And it will be Wahab Riaz, Mohammad Amir, and Umar Gul with the pace there, and Yasir Shah would be the right-arm leg spinner in the mix. So I think Pakistan are the ones who are going to be the pressure, because they would like to see to it that they tomorrow put it across England to actually level the series 1-1. As far as England are concerned, they are looking pretty good. Alex Hales is another one on whom the eyes are going to be trained, no doubt about it, because he was sucked outside the corridor of the off stump. So that is something that he needs to really watch. One thought that he has really got over that in the test matches, but Alex Hales probably needs to get his bearings right, and this time really see to it that he pushes well and sees to it that he really covers, gets his body in absolute line of the ball, and tries to cover the corridor outside the off stump and not be tempted too often. Jason Roy, Joe Root Jason Roy had a good hit. He showed, as I always said, Jason Roy is the most exciting player to me in England as far as one-day internationals and T20s are concerned, because Jason Roy really packs a punch, and he's one to really watch out for, no doubt about it. I mean, he's the most exciting player, according to me, in the England lineup. Joe Root also did well. Morgan, Ben Stokes, for the limited time they were there, they really showed some real, some real good strokes there. Josh Butler, always a 360-degree player, always a dangerous player to Pakistan, I would say. And then they have Moeen Ali, who can also bat. And as I said, the batting is looking strong. Chris Wokes can bat. Adil Rashid can bat, Liam Plunkett for a certain extent, Mark Wood could also. So they have the bowling is looking sharp. Chris Wokes, Liam Plunkett, Mark Wood. So it's the same combination. It's not going to be any change, and Adil Rashid there. So I think with the pitch looking green, a bit of grass left in it, I think it's going to be a very good game of cricket coming up. The forecast is pretty good. It's going to be baking temperatures, I'm told. So for Pakistan, probably that is not something that they are not familiar with back home in their own country. But for England, definitely a bit. I mean, they are also familiar, but probably it would be a much that would be a not too much, I would say. But I'm sure that is something that England will get over because they have been used to it. But nevertheless, I think we have some nice game of cricket coming up tomorrow on Saturday. 3 matches at different places, and as I said, the one which is really going to take the cake and which is going to have all the North Americans actually glued on to their TV sets when they are going to watch the match between India and the West Indies in the T20 tournament, T20 match, which is going to be at Lauderhill in Florida. And I think we are going to have a great game of cricket, and United States of America would be getting their first taste of big cricket after the CPL. And I'm sure, as I said, it's going to be an electric atmosphere in the United States with a lot of Indians settled down in the United States of America. And I'm sure many are going to fill up the seats. It's going to be chock-a-block. The atmosphere is going to be electric. And I'm sure sparks are going to fly at the stadium when the match between India and West Indies, the T20 match, really begins at the Lauderhill in Florida and Miami. Well, dear fans and subscribers, on this very, very exciting note, it is time for me to say goodbye and good night to all my dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings, and also to all the dear new friends and subscribers who are joining this cricket broadcast of mine. I hope to see you all tomorrow with my next broadcast, which will be talking about all these 3 matches. Till such time, I see you, dear friends and subscribers. It's a big good night on a Friday. Thank you.